I believe. Alright, so we're going to be picking up with the rest of the stream. We're going to be doing some Everything is Crap, because I did make the comment that this is kind of a great game for popping in when you only have like an hour or 2 or 3. So we got about 2.5 hours, give or take, left to stream. So let's go ahead and pop into some Everything is Crap. For those who have missed what this game is on the previous days we have played it, it is a roguelite game where you start as a little slime and you eat things, and they make you stronger. And the more you eat, the stronger you get. And so you kill things to get more things to eat and all that. But it's got a lot of diversity in what you can do. They do have a road... Oh, I forgot that opens up on a separate tab. It's fine. They do have a roadmap for extra stuff they want to add to the game. It is not early access. This is the full release. But they are continuing to add to it. You do have challenge mode you go in here. So we did Amnesia, where I couldn't see what's going on. We have this one, I only get to choose every other mutation. This one, everything is giant, which I don't know what that means. I think I'm going to actually choose to ignore those ones for right now and just go for like the straight up normal mode and go for higher difficulties. Because if I finish pressure 5, which means... So movement speed has diminishing returns now, so if I start stacking movement speed, I won't get as much from it. And our enemies are tankier. So I'm suspecting where people made the comment the last time we played this that it does seem like things level really, really fast to the point of getting potentially obnoxious. I kind of made the comment that I suspect the way the game is going to work is that as we get later in the game, difficulty-wise, and the enemies get more life and all that kind of stuff, it will naturally slow down the rate we level. You had cured sausage and mash? Nice. Now we do get to choose traits. So we can choose every 12th level is a branching evolution, does not drop boss fruit anymore. I want to grab that one because I haven't done it, but that means we don't care about like the bosses one way or the other. We have Highborn, and Highborn's an interesting one in that it nerfs your damage that's far away from you, but increases the damage nearby you. Let's see. Minus 50% modifier to physical and ability, which is just damage. Plus 50% to your nearby area. Nearby air enemies take increased damage. Yeah, so it just very much seems like stuff that's nearby you will take more damage, and what qualifies is a thing. Otherwise, you just have health, and then we have pacifist. And we've done pacifist a bunch of times. I'm down to be an opportunist. Okay. So, we could go right for poison immediately, which would certainly not be a bad one. All right, so we're getting lots of dodge. Which is great for survivability, but doesn't really help us do damage at the beginning. Okay, we're getting damage resistance, and we're slightly more crab. Alright, so we can get Scavenger. Scavenger will give me extra XP for food from enemies that I didn't kill. So if we either go minion build, or if we just are opportunist where others are fighting. Okay, we have a chance of getting a pretty much guaranteed legendary. Runk. That's fine. We can get fungoid for the mushrooms. Okay. So we can continue to give ourselves dodge. Okay, we poisoned ourselves with the mushrooms. So we could get body slam, which increases our damage based on physical attack. I think I'd rather for right now just continue to go for like dodge and all that. So dodge does cap out at 75%. We can get more dodge. Okay. Yeah, I'm just leaning more and more on dodge this time. We're going to an evasion build. Alright. And so I'm going to keep leaning in on crab, so let's get arms. Okay. So we can get more shell for more crab. Okay, we got some heat and cold adaptation so we don't die as fast in different biomes. So we had some character friendos added to the Hotel Arctic list. Nice. It's good to hear. Also good to see you, Treacle. I'm not chasing that thing all over the universe. Okay, and with that we got Pincer. That makes us slightly more crab. And we got Exoskeleton, which makes us slightly more crab. All right. Okay, so he actually got some pretty good damage. Okay. With this, we will go more for the elusive. Keep getting our dodge. Do I want slow metabolism? Do I want that? Sure. So slow metabolism slows us down, but on the plus side, it does give me a lot faster leveling. We'll keep going with saliva. It's a pretty nice beneficial trait. More regen. Amusing. Let's go for the full level on this one. The reason the full level is we have it where every n number of levels that we just gain a milestone or whatever. We don't have to wait for bosses. Okay, we don't care about horns, all that, so I'll grab the plating, I think. Okay. So there's our feet, which is a step closer to crab. We got pinchers. And get another level in sloth. And more stats. 10% more physical. So we can get Scuttle. Scuttle is even more crab. More stats, so we got a little bit of speed. And our level progress. Okay, so we could get Spit. At this point, I'm actually feeling pretty good about doubling up on the damage you got. So instead, I'm going to get the Fat for extra max HP and cold adaptation and all that. We'll go for Scavenger. Okay, with this one we can charm stuff with whining. We're not really well set up for charm, but I think that has more value to me than the other two. get the cheek pouches. We can get poisonous spores, so we can poison nearby enemies when we're damaged. Alright, the antenna would get me more crab and give me stuff to make allies. Let's go ahead and go for the muscles for the extra physical attack. We can get the spines for defense. Alright. So this is where we got our choices. I can go Ruminant, which does let me passively gain XP. We can probably go for Alpha on this one, honestly. Okay. We can upgrade our legs. Get the really good meat. Cheeky pouches. We can get more mass. I don't think I want courting on this one. So in this case, we can go towards carnivore. We'll upgrade carnivore a little bit higher. Oh, we can upgrade the trunk to be a little bit stronger. Hey, Svenkas, how's it going? There's Alpha again. Let's see, we can get more mass. And also check out Trickle, another fantastic content creator, friend of the channel, all that good stuff. Really good content creator. Is going to be most likely doing Hotel Architect in the next couple of days, which will be really fun. Definitely something I plan on checking out as well. Okay. So we can continue to do more and more poison and all. Let's go for the poisonous spores. We can go for the more eyes for more dodge. Okay, so we can get Pollinator, which gives me bonuses for a bunch of stuff. Let's get that. Poison resistance, since I'm scarfing mushrooms constantly. More defense. Area of attack. I Okay, more pollinator. Sure, I'll get the thing where I get a bonus for getting more places. It definitely feels like that kind of thing with movement speed could be stronger. You just dash between these and get a bunch of cool upgrades. Greatly increase the stats, so we're a bit faster. Okay, we got the pistol pincher. Just another melee attack you can use. Get ourselves another level. More poison resistance, not bad. Let's see. Cooldown's shorter. More damage. Pollinator. That's interesting. Our options here are going down. Go ahead and get the ruminant. All right. More dodge. More area. I'm assuming this is the area that's considered nearby. It's just exploded inside with all the stuff we're getting. We'll get more mass. Okay. We'll just keep getting the plating. Alright, let's move on over here real fast. We got another question mark spot. There'll be more social and senses. And like I said, we keep getting this bonus every time we get another one of these points. So I'm just trying to dash between those as best I can. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that one. Alright, so right now, I'm just going to go ahead and just lean in that. We're not going to be doing the stone. We can do the scavenger for even more stuff. I didn't grab regeneration yet, so let's grab that. Sure. I can do that too, buddy. Let's get chunky. You're hitting like a truck? Yep. We have a lot of good things stacked. Let's go ahead and let's lean in on the hopefully finding points of interest side of things. Because that's where we've been putting a lot of our effort. Okay. So we've got the pack, which increases our damage based on the number of people we have in our group. I'm going to go ahead and get the more eyes for the more dodge. Because realistically, I'm probably going to kill half my own teammates. Slow metabolism. There's ruminant. Okay. Oh, there's a point of interest down there. That's what I'm after. I'm after the point of interest. Let's max out our pincers so at least our attacks are topped off. Let's see. Okay, so I've got all the... Hey. Thing eats so fast. Sure, we'll get virulent. Why not? Okay. Get our immune system. Better trunk. We'll get the scavenger leveled up. Necromancer charm build. Well, there's no charm. Okay, so we gain a full level immediately. Let's get spines. Get spines. Let's see. Increase our max hit points. Get more chunk going on. Okay, let's get that max level in legs. And go arthropod. You can make daytime last longer. Let's get more regen, I think. Oh, I should be using my other stuff. Get more regen. We can upgrade you. Because I got enough stuff, we should just use it. So let's get the spines to be the better version. Let's see. We will also have them trigger on dodge since I have lots of dodge. Oh, whoa, whoa, what do you think those do? Those are all mine. Bigger trunk, I guess. Let's get more mushrooms. More poisonous mushrooms. More chunk. More mushroom. More regen. More meat. More chunk. Find 25 points of interest in a single run. Let's see. Revenge. Spines. Ooh. Slow metabolism. Strength in numbers. 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 I was trying to see what my total resists were for the cataclysm thing. Oh, we're at 35%. I'm just eating the mushrooms. I'm not even focusing on the boss. Cordyceps, each of your poison ticks charms enemies. Alright. So at pressure 10 we get endless mode. So 1 pressure 5. So the main prey was the beware and the main predator was the beware. Alright, bosses have increased damage. The starting biome is random. Diurnal. Increases the duration of daytime by 8 seconds, and all damage dealt during the day is plus 7%. Spawn of Chaos. Starting stats are randomized. Okay. Thank you, Zeliard, for the 3 streams. Appreciate it. Alright. Let's go with Grandiose out of those ones. Yeah, I'll be a grandiose pacifist. It's a legendary. I'm getting legendary on the poison defense on the get-go, which is not super useful. Alright, so Chunk does give me more opportunity for better stuff. Oh, don't fight me in the water. I can't dodge hardly. Yeah, no, it's definitely like a wave, or not wave base, but it's definitely with that. Let's get the trunk. I really like the trunk. It gives me a second attack, it gives me more eating range, and a whole bunch of utility. More chunk. And then we died. Alright, let's hit random. Alright, so we're starting to get to the point with the difficulties where they're definitely getting way harder. Okay. Do we just go in on the mushroom things? And I also missed what did I get for my specializations are triggered one level early. Well, that's not that big a deal. Yeah, no, the bee wares have been. All right, we get a legendary. Okay, legendary feeding speed. I can live with that. Generically good. Mushroom I can't count on being safe. It is poison. Better mushrooms. Okay, increases your speed during the night based on your senses. Every poisonous mushroom increases your poison damage by 10%. So we deliberately want to get the naughty mushrooms. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get a little bit chonk going on. All right. Let's get the antennae. That makes me slightly crab. We can become crab. We aren't necessarily crab to begin with. So I don't care about the burrow. Let's go ahead and get dexterous, I think. Alright. I need to eat these and I need to get out of the water. I can't dodge worth anything in the water yet. Okay. We can get agile for the dodge. Stinging. We can get more physical damage. We don't have much of a build going yet. Because the idea with this is to keep... No. I knew it was coming. When I had the group of mine, I still didn't have, like, a second attack or anything. It's like, okay. So it seems like, interestingly enough, when I go that way and I just choose retry, it doesn't give you what you're looking for. Alright, so you got patient. Gain the ability of skipping evolutions. When an evolution is skipped this way, increase the rarity chance of every... Yeah, I'm probably never going to want that. Starting stats are randomized. Yep. Oh. No. I do like the idea of leaning in on the mushrooms to get them spawning constantly so I can just shovel mushrooms into my mouth. And then get, like, saliva or whatever. And then just poison the crap out of everything. Alright, we got that. And then the poison boost again. The water sucks. It's mine. Back off, tiny adorable rabbit. I am more than willing to eat you. There's saliva. There's spit. We got ourselves a second attack. Now all I need is the venomous saliva, and we have ourselves the start of a proper build. Okay. Well, we're gonna be deliberately poisoning ourselves constantly. Let's go ahead and choose immune on the poison. Which is not immune, but resistance. I'm not sure which boss that is. Alters time before your attack. Okay, so this is permanent cooldown reduction. Okay. That's kind of neat. Yeah, and I realized we could look at our stats. I didn't pay that much attention. We definitely got small. But I didn't catch what our starting stats were. I probably should have. Yeah, no, lethal is just a very strong poison. It'll basically do more than your total health. So you need like regen, poison resist, stuff like that to mitigate it. Alright, so that gets me dodge and senses. Probably should go that route. Okay. I don't know how that one is. Let's add more dodge. Oh. Okay, more poison immunity. That's part of the reason I'm getting the poison immunity is because that does help with lethal. Lethal, like I said, is just a strong poison. And we do have a thing where if I poison myself, then I gain more poison damage. So we have courting. I don't think I want courting, so let's go ahead and get chunk. Grab cheeks. Okay. So, increase the odds of food drops and just are turned into health food. Alright, so we can get Pollinator. In this particular build, I don't think I want to go that route. I think I'd rather go with Alpha. Okay, so the Sharpen gives me a temporary boost to damage. Let's go ahead and work on those cooldowns. I already got one thing boosting my cooldowns. Okay. Let's see, this is like a human build, agile with ranged attacks. Not sure how agile you are as a human since you're not. Though you're 44. You never know. So, this would reduce the predator side of things. Okay. The Importer also gives me poison resist. That's fine. Okay, we got more mushrooms down here. I really just need to get some type of poison evolution. I've got to be building up quite a bit of poison stuff. Let's get the level in spines. Because spines will eventually give me poison. Okay, we'll get the alpha leveled up again. I got a mushroom over here, got a couple mushrooms up there. Oh, you hurt so much. Alright. Wasn't the crabbiest game that ever crabbed? Yep. Okay, so let's get our cheek pouches evolved so we can continue to shove food in our mouth. Okay, how's it going, Azrael? I hope you're having a good one. Alright, more poison resist. Give me the big meat. All right. Sorry, my nose is just. Give. I just need to keep eating. Kind of really hoping we weren't fighting in the desert. Okay, so this is interesting. Let's go ahead and do the thing where we pay extra for an evolve. and range up our... Like, I was tempted to take that, but let's get our spit higher. Keep the damage coming. Let's hide here for a moment. Okay. That was a little bit rough, but we got it done. Alright. There's another level in Alpha. Okay. So, we could go for Ruminant, because I'm probably going to be throwing poison at range in the long run. We could go for Arms, because we could definitely use a whole range of things. So you got the you got a Star Wars Stormtrooper on at the moment. You can never miss now. Granted, this also gives us movement speed and ability speed. Well, it's based on your prey affinity, which is really bad. Let's go for tentacles. We haven't done that in a while, because it constantly makes me want to go crap. There's bopping the music. That's fair. Good music. I was suspicious about those. Okay. Got meat and mushrooms. It'd be nice if for just a second I could get to actually eating the mushrooms without constantly being under salt. And have to constantly, like, scoop up everything I can. I need to cool off for a minute. Alright, Chunky. Okay, it did summon the boss. Alright. And get more tentacles. Get our adaption. Get a bunch of mushrooms over there on the left as well. guess more saliva. Okay. We're achieving ugly. Alright. We're definitely becoming something. Okay. We have Pack, which can give us more damage if we get allies. The problem is we don't really have our primary damage dealing move. Probably max health. Go away. Alright, so gain a full level. We won't worry about the damage boost based on Predator stat, because I actually don't have much of that. Let's go ahead and grab that, because I could use Prehensile Tail to give me more eating range. There. Oh, that is not what you want to see. That is not gonna work. Yep. Getting in the boss fight by just sitting in the water, it's like, yeah, that was definitely not going to be a thing that flew. Chosen, your third level up is legendary. Spawn with randomized stats. Alright, so we have a bonus to size, a reduction to cooldown, lots of poison, heat resistance, a little bit of plating, and our senses suck. Okay, so I'm really not going to be able to use my dodge much. Because that penalty on it's pretty wild. Okay. It's a long pecking attack that deals ability damage, and it has feeding speed. It will prevent a lot of the other stuff. We haven't been getting it, so let's try that. Yeah, certain places like the snow and all that really hurt our ability to move. Let's add reach. Just kind of lock it in that that's something we're going to get. All right. So we get damage resistance and plating. Or dodge. Let's go straight up damage resistance. More mass. Spines. We can get the spurs, very low physical damage attack, used automatically even while on cooldown when other basic attack is used. So this is one I've wanted to mess with more. Okay, we're just getting absolutely disgusting. Alright, so Beak. Let's see. Beak attacks penetrate armor, can be used on unoccupied burrows to spawn food and close the burrow. Alright. Let's get some more chonk going on. We're like an angry, spiky, bloated toucan. And we're just gonna keep leaning on it. Alright. A bit more chunk. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice old chunky bird. The big downside we have is we are slow. Orb. Bird orb. Okay. Just eating everything we can as we run around. There's another level in spines. Okay. Just eat it all. More beak. Alright. So, the arms would mostly give me new attacks. We're not moving very fast. I don't think that's the right call here. So let's get tentacles. Because now we have the power to catch things and eat them. Sure, but arms are really good at feeling range, weirdly. Yep. Let's go ahead and get the saliva, I think. For eating speed, and then we might be able to get a source of poison and all that. Okay. More spine. Just the cats and everything else running up to me and just getting absolutely murdered. Their whole gimmick is they're fast, they can be hard to hit and everything. Okay. I will definitely say this setup with the claws and the beak is a really strong setup because you could like follow up kind of 3 attacks back to back to back really, really fast. And I'm finding that to be particularly strong. Okay. Okay, so we got this. And so with this, we now are poisonous. So if stuff attacks me, they get poisoned. So now I need is a nice solid source of the poison upgrades and whatnot. We'll go and get regeneration. I know, I'm freezing to death. It's fine. There's too many good things to eat, I can't stop. Yeah, more ability stat. Okay. There's just so much damage to be thrown around. Like a boss where you can just jump on it and just start slapping. Alright, so we get speed and terrain adaptation. This gives us slide, we can't get legs, we don't have access to the other thing. Okay. Crab? Yes. We are definitely crab. How's it going, Ultra? Alright, we're gonna get our cheek pouch like all crabs have. We go with our tentacles like all crabs have. And our quills. It's good. I hope you've been having yourself a good day. And definitely eating all the unidentified mushrooms like all crabs do. And demolishing all the cats that aggressively assault me. But definitely check out Ultra. Absolutely fantastic content. Been playing some Outbound and all that stuff, so good times are there. Let's go ahead and get some carapace going on. But definitely solid, you know, solid content over there. Like lots of simulation games, lots of that stuff. Gonna be doing some American Truck Simulator. You know, going on in a couple of days and all that stuff. Do you have grievances? That's unfortunate. That maze in Outbound of the second map. It's a weird choice. It was pretty easy to get through, you just follow the right wall. But it was definitely one of those things where it showed up, you're like, what? Okay, I guess. Didn't follow the right wall for 20 minutes. It didn't feel that long for me. It did take a while. Like I'm not going that, but yeah, no, it was a big maze that had lots of stuff in it. It was a weird decision to have that in there. All right, so I think we're gonna get more tentacles. Hey, those are mine. That sounds amazing. Yeah, no, to be fair, like I say crash out, it wasn't like a big crash out. Actually playing Conan the other day, I had a little bit of like, what the absolute hell. Because I put in a whole bunch of time to get it so I could get a rhino mount. Only to find out the rhino mount itself is actually blocked behind DLC. And just their UI is like pretty terrible at letting you know some of the stuff that's DLC only and all that. So I like got in the rhino, got the pen, built everything, got all set up, went to go make the saddle. I'm like, why is the saddle not on this, you know, crafting bench like it says it should be? And it's like, oh, it's not actually there. I'm like, really? Alright, so now we have a poisonous beak. Yeah, it's was like, well, I'm gonna do something else now. I've been enjoying Conan, but that was definitely not my favorite moment. I need to find more time. There's just so much happening right now. Okay, we are slightly better health regen. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll make it so we can shove even more food in our cheek pouches. You know, you have our fungal spores coming off of us in all directions. Give ourselves a permanent health regen bonus. Eat our dodgy mushrooms. Alright. So, did Crap Game come with an affiliate link or something? Oh no, sorry, I should be taking that down. Oh, that's from our sponsored segment earlier. Yep. That was from the game earlier. Okay, do we want to feed and regen faster, or do we want hollow bones? It'll hurt our damage resist, but make ourselves faster. I think we don't get the hollow bones yet. We'll wait till we have a little bit more tankiness going on. I think you're requiring your burger. However, in order to consume your burger, you need to purchase a burger consumption DLC. Yeah, no, it's just one of those things. And like, to be, like I even said it during the moment. I don't think it was like a deliberate misleading thing. I think it was just poor UI decisions. That when you looked in the thing, it showed the like it showed the rhino saddle as being on the crafting bench. Get back here, spider. You always bully me in the corner. Now I don't have to put up with your nonsense because I just have aggressive attacks. Rual, do you know about the Lurk It campaign? Which Lurk It campaign? Oh, Conan? No, I actually didn't. That said, for like, until TwitchCon, I don't have many days that aren't busy. See, if you stream it after accepting, they'll give you the base game keys plus all the DLC? Ah. Well, that's cool. You got 5 keys total? Nice. Let's grab the upgrade. Since we're not really doing crab things this time, let's get the scales. Because I haven't done... Oh, that makes it look way more fun. So if you wanted the DLC, yeah, no, if you have, like, if it's a key with the DLC, I actually would take you up on that. If you wanted to DM that to me. I would not turn that down, because I have been enjoying it, and it was really... We've all had those moments when you're, like, streaming a game, and, like, something goes wrong, and you're just like, okay, my motivation and my desire to play this game right now just went to, like, -50. Like, I'm gonna go do something else. It was definitely one of those moments, because I had put, like, 3 or 4 hours into prepping all this stuff, just to get to the finish line and be like, yeah, you can't actually do that. And it's like, alright, I'm kind of pissed off about this. Like, not having access to the rhino, that's fine. It was the fact that I found out after I put in hours of work that was, like, really, really just took the wind out of my sails. So we just did Farm Sim instead. We had such a grand platform. Yeah, like, that building was so ridiculously large. The fact that, like, build a giant platform just to accommodate it. All right. So, what we all need to figure out, though, is, like, what, you know, subclass or species or family would this even be possibly under? So, we've got scales, we've got a beak like a toucan, we've got one giant eye protruding from the top of our head like some weird snail thing. We've got a bunch of tentacles. We are an omnivore. How much you crab? Right now we're very not crab. In this particular run, oh, and we got like quills like a porcupine that are venomous, by the way. You think you're encrypted territory? You know what? Honestly, fair. What we aren't is that particularly tanky. A crab is just kind of an Eldritch. In this case, we're definitely in the Eldritch side. Let's go ahead and we'll force this to a legendary quality spur. Oh, also we have like we have some like I don't know exactly where they are, but we have like some type of talons going on. Okay, we can make ourselves a little bit faster. That's mine. All food is mine, for I am bigger than you. And that's how this all works. Oh, also we slither as well. They have tentacles, but we also slither on the ground on top of that. Alright, Luxor, you take it easy. Alright. I'm hitting hard enough. I'm one-tapping a lot of stuff. Now, downside is I'm fighting now the boss here, and I have no support. Alright, do I want to lean on myself or try and get the Cataclysm resistance? I'm thinking in this case, I'm not going to be using the Cataclysm to kill him. Let's keep leaning on my own stats. Alright. Alright. So I got yet another thing to add to my folder of various horrible, horrible creatures we have created. So we have a drooling toucan with venomous spit, quills that poison. Oh, I forgot it had wings. One eyeball, tentacles with like talons on them. And the main thing to hurt me, my main predator, the main thing that hurt me was eating poisonous mushrooms. The primary source of all damage I took was eating poisonous mushrooms. And then I, murdered a whole lot of bewares. Alright. Bosses are protected at the start of the fight, and after each enragement, increase environmental damage. That sounds awful. New challenges unlocked. Frozen Word and Harmless. You don't have attack slots. We got one challenger, deal increased damage to alphas, increased alpha appearance. Okay. You did a round where you're playing where the thing that hurts you the most is you, so it's probably you had antlers and you were just going all in on it. Let's look at one of these challenge runs, because we've been getting a bunch of those now, and I'm curious. And there is an endless mode once you beat rank 10. Okay, so we have Ice Age, where everything's cold, and all things that give me resistance to cold are not allowed. We have Harmless, which is all attacks, attack buffs, and offensive genetics are banned. Okay. We've got Mutations, where I only get to choose every other evolution, and we got Oversized, where everything is giant. So everything's gonna be giant. That was a lot of fun. It sounds like a lot of fun. So you could do stuff like get lots and lots of regen and spines or something like that. Okay. Let's make them all alphas as well. Alright, low-key, everything is not giant. I am small. Low-key, they've just made me really small and zoomed in. I haven't done the jaws yet. So we could do a lot more damage if we stun stuff. Increases damage for 4 seconds. Okay. We can get the quills. Gotta eat all that biomass. Gain them levels. Let's see. Let's go with the dodge. Because the fact that this is just really zoomed in, I suspect dodging a lot of attacks is going to be really hard. We can go for revenge. Because I'm willing to bet I could find a source of self-damage. Okay, so we've got the mushrooms. Okay. Do I want to go for body slam and bite? You did stream this earlier this week? Absolutely love this goofy little game. Oh yeah, no, it's excellent. We played it, I think this is our 3rd or 4th time playing it. It's been a lot of fun. Gotcha. Let's go for body slam and chomp. So we got really, really up close. Ready to go bite and stomp kind of thing. Oh, well, we just ate a poisonous mushroom. I don't have any resist and all that, but luckily it wasn't too bad. Give me a full level. Ooh. Let's make bad choices. We're gonna get our hollow bones. So that way, we're going to be really, really going the glass cannon nonsense. Gaining our level. Let's see. We can go for a little chunk. Oh, so we get a shout out for Soul Spire, another fantastic content creator on the platform. A lot of fun stuff going on over there as well. Yep, doing some Everything is Crab, so if you liked Everything is Crab, you like what you're seeing, even more. Alright, let's go ahead and get the super rare meat and potentially a boss before we're ready. Body slam. Increase our max hit points since body slam is based on max hit point. Get back here. I must consume you. More hollow bones, because we won't learn our lessons, and we're gonna keep reducing our tank ability. Saliva, I think, is what we'll do next. Oh, don't worry, shiny one, I'm after you. Let's see, why do you jump in the shower? You break your legs? You gotta be real careful when you're jumping in the shower. You also got your husband to play it? Nice. Ready to go to win? Alright, more hollow bones. So we are a tiny slime with chiseled abs, like canines, and then like porcupine quills. And we now have poisonous saliva. I'm very low on health. I need to eat every part of you. I need all my life back. Oh, these are lots of things you shouldn't... Alright, so I want the snoot. Because of the snoot... Oh, actually, do I want the snoot? I think the snoot is the one that makes it so that my poison is scaled based on how many times I poison myself by eating mushrooms. Alright, I think this time we're gonna get arms. I died to poison. Womp womp. Alright. You can dash. Thanks, man. I appreciate that disclosure. I was not aware I could dash. I was very aware. Alright, let's continue putting the alphas in there. Okay. Let's see. Right from the opener, let's get the heat stuff for scales. All right. So we can get the trunk this time. That'll give me another attack and give me better eating range. Trying to reach these two alphas over here. I know what they are, but I want them. So we could potentially do Jaws and Trunk together. I don't think that's a synergistic strategy at all, but it'll be a lot of damage. Get a hallucinogenic mushroom. We can go ahead and get ourselves a shell. Okay, so we could get Turtle down, which gives me a massive tanking ability. I'm gonna actually choose no on that. We're gonna force it to stay daytime longer. Definitely getting a lot of damage. Okay, let's get the Jaws. Neck Bite. Jaws deals 50% less damage, but drops 2 times the food if it kills a target. Jaws deals 50% more damage at night. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with more damage at night. Because it'll stink like during bosses and that if we don't have max HP is higher. We can get another rank in our scales. So we are well adapted for the heat as we're running around in the cold. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have anything useful we could do with this, so I'm going to get a random ally. Which is not the best. Because the allies in this game They're good when you have a ton of numbers. You're just trying to tie things up and just do a bunch of damage, have food everywhere. The allies do good for that kind of thing. But if you're actually depending on the allies tanking for you and all that stuff, they're gonna let you down. So there's another one over here somewhere. Get ourselves some plating so we're getting nice and tanky. It looks like some weird spiky-faced angular snail thing. Let's go ahead and we can get the... We're gonna get the stuff upgraded as fast as we can. More area of attack. Alright, so we managed to sneak one more level in the last second. Oh, you went around the other way, that's not... Luckily, I have enough damage is able to make it work despite my bad dodging. Alright, let's upgrade our scales. Okay, we can get basking. Every 8 seconds on sand during the day, gain a percentage of your progress needed to level up based on your heat adaptation. On contact hit taken, stun the attacker for half a second. The stun duration scales up with your pre-damage plating. So that actually works by an unintentional decision, because Jaws gets a bonus for hitting stunned enemies. Alright. So this time let's go for legs. Alright, stop bullying me. Just trying to enjoy a snack in peace. Okay, we can get better legs. There's some sort of cute lizard snail doggo thing. Okay. The cute followed by snake doggo thing. That's a wild sentence. Hey, if you played Satisfactory, you know. You understand. Stop bullying me. You have not? I'm so sorry. Because they quite literally have lizard doggos. And they're adorable. You legit have 4-foot lizard doggo plush? Or, oh. It jumped on long lizard as sex-based term. What do you think you're doing in the chat? You can't just be talking about your long lizards here. And you're all good. Automod jumps in all sorts of wild things. Okay, let's just keep leaning on this whole plating thing where I stun stuff using my plating and then do extra damage. Okay, so I think the actual difference is they've set up the camera to shrink based on your size in this one. Because I am gradually getting a closer and closer view of the ground as I'm continuing to make myself small. You get back here. Let's see, someone broke the FR off fragile adaptation. Okay, in this case, I don't think we want to go slow metabolism. Well, slow metabolism is kind of cool for abusing it for like lots of XP. As small and fragile as we've been going on this one, I don't think that's the play. Oh, I see. Yes, I missed it. We'll get revenge. Get yourself back here. Alright, it's boss time. I'm so little I can just duck in between your attacks. Alright. So this will continue to give us extra health permanently. Stop poisoning me. Alright, let's get our pig evolution. Alright. So... I could go for ruminant. We don't have, but we really don't have much prey affinity. So I won't actually get that much XP. We could get wings for the speed and the terrain adaptation. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just kind of chilling here, eating. Well, everything tries to kill me. And then just continuing to gain benefits from it. Alright. So I don't think we want courting necessarily. Reach should be good. Anything that gives me a little bit more range is always a plus. Okay. We got reach maxed out. Okay. You really like Everything is Crab. Reminds you of Vampire Survivors, only no eye strain. Also, likely, you also like the sponsored game? Yeah, no, I'm really glad I did that one. I said a couple of times, the sponsored game we did today was definitely one of those ones that's a little bit of an experiment that I figured people would probably enjoy, but I wasn't really sure how it would land. It definitely feels like people really enjoyed it, which was definitely very, very different from a lot of the content I normally do. I really liked the goofy animations and all that, and the over-exaggerated facial expressions that all your characters had. I also think it's awesome that it is like, you know, kind of a big world RPG where you do make your characters as opposed to, like, you know, Final Fantasy and all those. Nothing wrong with any of them. But it's kind of cool to be like, okay, well, I made a bunch of people with this. It's also worrisome considering your characters can permanently die. So we can get Scuttle, which would take away my ability to get Leap. I'd kind of like to see Leap, because I haven't gotten Leap yet. Just that, not that I can think of. Fine. You're slower and therefore you die. Okay. And upgrade legs. So, I've never taken bipedal. Sure. Bipedal gave me free arms. We're not in the greatest shape right now. Let's upgrade our jaws even more. Okay, we got another one killed. Alright. So I'm going to go for that, and we're going to go for a legendary quality on the jaws. Their jaws are maxed. Alright. We still don't have much... We still don't have much going for us with the ruminant, I don't think. I'm going to grab it. The downside is anytime I'm taking damage of any kind, I'm not getting my advantage on Ruminant. I have to go 10 seconds without taking damage, and then every couple of seconds I get just a little bit. On the plus side, at least anytime I'm out of a fight, if I'm going a little while, I still benefit. I don't want to do spit right now. I've got a pretty good setup with my attacks. We can go for the better cooldowns. Ow. Just catching a random poison spit that wasn't even intended for me, I don't think. Greatly increase our stats, so we got a little bit more speed. Okay, so we can get Borrower. I don't actually care about Borrower, so we can get random ally that I don't care about and go die in a fire or whatever. Give me a free level. Feel like a truck? Yeah, no, that's absolutely what we're doing. Okay, okay, I'll take that one. I just keep making myself smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay. Chonky. Oh, hey, I thought you were the charmed one. My bad. Let's see. More damage. They're pretty close to the end of the round. Let's see. So I got leap. Jumps over enemies and obstacles, avoiding any direct impact of the process. Hold for a longer leap. Has a cooldown. Okay. So just gonna keep eating the stuff. That's fine. Get back here, you. There we go. So we got small leveled up. Alright, last boss time. Oh, I am not going to be able to see anything here. I'd be 100% just counting on being able to throw damage and make it work. Which is not going quite the way I want it to. Alright. Come on, big guy, get over here. I'm so close to finishing him off. Alright. So, that's our new one for this one. Little fun, like, derpy elephant, whatever that monstrosity is. But yeah, so that's a solid one. So we got another one. There's another one of the be whatever. So we got that one done. So the assumption is I get odd mutations, and then we would get the overwhelm evolution, which we don't know what is. How many challenges are there? Okay, so there's not that many. It is interesting, the idea of wounded, where you can just never heal, and you're doing it on pressure 15, and you can't get max HP regen, or healing stuff. So that's all going to be ridiculous. Alright, chat. So it is going to be about that time, because I actually have more stuff that I've got to get done and all sorted after stream today. So I got to get to work on that. And we'll be back tomorrow for another good stream at 7 p.m. We're going to be checking out it's Haven. Was it Star Haven, Space Haven? What's the name of it? What's the name? Space Haven. We're going to be doing a sponsored stream of Space Haven, which is sort of like RimWorld, but space. We played it on the channel a long time ago and had a really lot of fun. But they are getting ready to do like their big 1.0 release and all that stuff, so it should be a good time over there. But thank you again so much for tuning in. If you're watching over on the YouTube side, don't forget to drop a follow that, or not drop follow, like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff over there on YouTube. I do appreciate it. For those over here on the Twitch side, I'm going to put up my ending stream screen. But don't forget to drop a follow that we can find your way here in the